Hi, organizers. Welcome back to At Home with Charlease. I'm Charlease, and I have a dream of an organized home. Well, we're in the kitchen again, so we have another organization project for the kitchen. Let's get started. Today's project is going to be an attempt at getting my pots and pans in order. Yeah, it's a mess, guys. Don't judge me, but it is a mess. But we want to fix that. Now you see, I have this rack here where I made an attempt at doing some organization. And I have these dividers, trying to separate my pots. You see pots back there? Yeah, it's pretty messy. This pot lid hanger, that works pretty good. And I have my measuring spoons and cups and a couple of sifters on the side. That's okay. But I really am not satisfied with this. Now my thought is that we'll get everything out as usual, and then we'll see what I use and what I don't use. And my plan is to put the pots and skillets that I use most often in the front, or make them easy access. But we'll see. Okay, guys, I'm going to take everything out and then I'll be back. I've cleared everything out. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper out and I'm going to wipe down the shelves really good. And I'm going to replace this paper with with this. Okay. All right. Shelves have been cleaned and new shelf paper installed. I got this paper at the Dollar Tree when the Dollar Tree was still $1. And it actually took 3 rolls. There wasn't a whole lot of paper on the roll, but still this only cost me $3 and whatever the tax is. I wish I'd gotten more because I'm sure I'll have other projects that I could use it, but $1.25, we'll see. Okay, guys, this is what we got. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff underneath that cabinet. Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of take inventory. These pots, this section right here, right there, I use those pots almost every day in some form or fashion. Whether it's boiling eggs or cooking a meal, these pots get used regularly. And these are the skillets that I use most often. Okay, so I would like for these skillets to be easy access, and at least these smaller pots to be easy access, because I do use those almost every day in some form. Now this big pot, I don't use it as often, but I do use it rather often. Okay, and this skillet is a part of this set, and I don't use it as often because I'm always using these. And this is one of my favorite pots here. It's really seasoned. Yeah, it gets used a lot too. So when we're talking about trying to put things up front that I use a lot, I need to make room for these skillets and at least one of these saucepans, and then the smaller saucepan. Okay. Those need to be up front. All right, but let's look and see what else we have. I have this skillet, which I don't use so much anymore. And part of the reason is I don't know if this is the non-stick surface. You see it's got scratches. And over time, that stuff gets in your food. So I'm trying to get away from using those. So I will probably get rid of that one. I mean, it's not in bad shape yet, but I've had this is part of a set that I've probably had 20 years, if not longer. Still got the lid to go to it. Here are my taco bowl makers. I have two of those, one for me and one for my husband. I want to keep those. Now this stuff I'm gonna see if I can't put it in the back. I want access to it, but I don't use it every day, so I'll put it towards the back. And this is all the stuff that I bake with, and I'm not a real big baker. I've got a loaf pan here, and then there's this Pyrex dish that, you know, every now and then I'll put something in it, like some brownies. I've got this 246 cavity muffin pan. I use that most of the time if I make any muffins. And then I have these two bundt pans. Okay, so I want to keep those. And this is a bunch of stuff that I don't think I'm going to keep because I don't use it. Hold on so I can actually show you what it is. Okay. Are you like me and you buy these disposable aluminum loaf pans and then you keep using them? I'm going to get rid of these. I think they've served their purpose, and if I need a small loaf pan, I can buy another loaf pan. So I'm going to get rid of I'm going to recycle these. This was an impulse buy. It's a silicone cake pan that I purchased at Aldi's when it was on clearance. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't much, but I think I've used it once, and I'm not really going to be making a heart-shaped cake, I don't think. So I'm going to bless somebody else with that. And this little non-stick, it's like, I used to do it like a single egg in this little pan. It's so cute, but I don't ever use it. So I'll bless somebody with that. This skillet, I don't know. I'll look at it. If I can clean it up to where I think somebody would use it, I'll bless somebody with that one too. And then this one, I have in the past used this to make pancakes. But I can't remember the last time I've used this skillet. So if I'm not using it, I think I should bless somebody else with it. This, I just need to clean it up. I put it in the to get rid of pile, but I need to clean this one up. I bought this for the grill. I'll clean it up and then we can still use that on the grill. All right, this is a really nice Pyrex dish. See that? With the basket that I absolutely do not use. I have two really nice sets of Temptations cookware, and that's what I usually use if I need a pan this size. I use my Temptations stuff. So I'm gonna bless somebody with this. And this is what, 3, 6, 9, 12 muffin cavity, and it has a lid. And I don't ever have a need to make 12 muffins. Somebody else can use this. The one with 6 is more than enough for me and my husband. So I'm gonna bless somebody with this. Okay, so that's all the stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. And this is sentimental value. It's a cast iron pan that belonged to my mother, and that's the only reason I've kept it. And the reason I don't use it is because I have a glass top stove, and you can't, or you shouldn't use these cast iron skillets on the glass top stove. Let's see, I also had, you know what? Guys, if you could help me come up with an idea of how I could use this, I would love that. I don't know, maybe can you use it on the grill some kind of way? Because I really don't want to get rid of it, and it's strictly sentimental value, but I'd appreciate any suggestions that you might have on how I could use this. And I had these sifters under there too. I think I'm gonna relocate these because I do use these. And then I have these little aluminum pie pans that I've kept, and the only reason I keep those is to make biscuits for my husband. I buy those Grands, those frozen Grands biscuits, and I just spray this and put them in there. But I could really use this Pyrex dish for that, and that way that'll free up some space. Yeah, I'll do that. I have this grater there, and here's a cutting board, and there's a couple of lids that fit some of the skillets, so I may keep those. But yeah, guys, I'm going to put these things that I'm going to bless others with in another location, and then I'll see what I'm left with. Okay, guys, we are done. And I hope that you'll be able to see, because it is rather dark under here. My lids are still on the door, on the cabinet door. And I left my measuring spoons, cups, and those 2 strainers there. Okay. Now, these 2 pots right here are the 2 pots that I use almost every day. And then whatever skillet that I'm sauteing or scrambling eggs or whatever is in there, easy access. And whenever I do need a big pot, it's right there. Okay? And I just stuck that little loaf pan over on the side. So ideally, I would like to have one of those pull-out racks that you sit your pots on, and maybe at some point I'll get that. But for right now, this works. It feels so much better. So much better. And then on the top shelf, there's that other set of saucepans that I use, but I don't use them as often as I do. This is like my everyday go-to. And these are some that I use if I need extra pots that size. And I put that Pyrex dish up there. That's what I'm going to start using for my biscuits. And there's a lid on top that goes to one of the one of the skillets. And over in the corner is the rest of my little bit of baked goods, bacon pans. My muffin pan, and then my 2 bundt cake pans. And that's it, guys. That is it. And I am so much happier with this setup, I think. I'm going to try it for a while and see how it works. But like I said, eventually I hope to get that pull-out rack that I can just sit my pots on. All right, guys. This is how we do it. One small project at a time. We're going to get organized. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.